All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another update video for you guys. I'm going to talk about some of these ROI contracts in this video. I'm also going to talk about farming. I haven't really talked about farming in a bit, only because of all the hype behind all these ROI contracts that have been popping up. We'll talk a little bit about it today, and then talk about some other passive platforms that pay us in TRX, in Ethereum, BTC, all that good stuff. So, that being said, do want to remind you that everything I talk about on my videos and on my channels for purely entertainment purposes only. Do not take them as financial advice. You should never take financial advice from a stranger on YouTube. And of course, do your own research, do your own due diligence. If you want to get in after you do your homework and you're okay with risk, only put in what you can afford to lose, guys. All right. Also, follow me on Telegram. I will leave a link for that down below in the link tree. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon, all that good stuff. So, that being said, as we can see the market right here, not going to really talk about too much about the market, but BNB does look pretty nice. Took a little dip yesterday, now back up to $272. Will it come back towards that $300 mark? We'll have to wait and see. I certainly think so, but again, I'm pretty bullish on it. You may not be, but we'll continue to follow this as we move forward. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. Bnbstake. As you can see here, the contract balance is at 22,246 BNB. Definitely took a bit of a hit. This was at 27,000 and change, um, 24 hours ago. So again, you have a lot of these whales that are in the contract. Some of their plans are coming to an end. Some of them might be in these orange plans where they can withdraw every single day. In fact, I've seen a bunch of videos of people sending me on Telegram, showing me, different whales and what they have. So they do have these orange plans. So when you have these orange plans, you're able to withdraw every single day. It's just the green plans that you're locked into. So we'll continue to track this. There's two ways you can look at this. Number one is, whales are getting out of the contract, they're cashing out. Obviously, the less whales in the contract, whales are, nice because when they come in, it's a big bump in the contract. But also, when you have a whale, they can drain the contract as well. So it's a double-edged sword. So the less whales in this thing, the better, right? The more stable it'll be. Now, that being said, I use the term stable loosely because when you're making 20% a day plus, there's really nothing stable about that, right? So this is high risk. This is super high risk, guys. We're going to see if the contract balance can find the floor, if it can stabilize. Um, and then once it stabilizes, if it stabilizes, if it can continue to start trending back upward. So, I mean, we're pretty heavy into this. I'm not going to lie. We're heavy into this. So, we're very vested into seeing what happens here. That being said, I do have a plan ending tonight. It's going to be a pretty healthy payout. So that'll be, pretty interesting to see. We can get through that. But yeah, I'm hoping BNB stake can find that floor and we can continue to move forward because it is a fun contract, if anything. Lots of people making money with it. It's just that, like I said, when you have a whale in there or two, contract balance will be very volatile as they withdraw their funds and all that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Again, we'll keep a loose eye on it today. Fomostake blowing up. As you can see, they went over 10,000 BNB yesterday. Now they're at 10,603. Last night before I went to bed, it was at 10,000. Woke up at 10,006. This will be at 11,000 at some point today with the track that it's on. So this might be, it might be a good idea to get into this one, especially because it's still relatively early. When I say relatively early, you look at these percentages compared to BNB stake. I mean, they're definitely, way less. Now, again, let's be clear: 10.5%, 9%, 7.5%. Um, these are, pretty pretty big percentages. So let's not get it twisted. A lot of people look at this and because we're spoiled with BNB stake, at 20%, we look at 10% a day and we're like, oh, this is not enough. We're not making enough with this. No, that's I mean, that's crazy, right? 10.5% with a contract that is trending way up might be a good idea to get in. Of course, do your own research, totally up to you. I will leave a link down below. If you want to check this out. Even BNBminter is actually growing. It was I think it grew like 300 BNB overnight. I was looking at it, and this morning I took a quick look at it. I think it's up between 200 and 300 BNB just over last night. So I mean, we're in that too. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's talk about some of these farms, guys. As you can see, Yield Watch, they added Blizzard.money. I think when a farming platform makes it on Yield Watch, it doesn't mean that it's risk free. I want to be very clear. It does not mean that it's risk free. It does mean, to me at least, it's a little bit more stable. And again, I use that word stable loosely because there's nothing stable in crypto. But yeah, we got into Blizzard money. We talked about it. We got into it, made a nice chunk of profit, got out. It might be time to get back in. I'll take a quick look at it here, quick look at the APY here in a second. But yeah, we're still heavily farming. As you can see, we're still heavily farming over on BSC. We do withdraw daily, guys, twice a day. Now, if you guys are looking at this, my total yield does go up because some of the farms that I'm in, they're auto compounding. And because they're auto compounding, for some reason, the way Yield Watch picks it up, balance of the auto compound, as it goes up, it shows up on my yield. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that out. Anyway, let's take a quick look at Blizzard.money, guys. As you can see here, the TVL, 58 million. And I probably should have just stayed in, but I got out, made a good chunk of profit, got out. Might jump back in. You look at some of these farms, as you can see here, they're not, ridiculously high like some of the other ones, but some of these degen farms, and the reason I call it a degen farm, it has the house token in it. And this is still pretty high, guys. 6% a day. Where are you going to get 6% a day with a farm that is somewhat stabilized? The token itself has somewhat stabilized. It's not like dropping and plummeting. Now, again, knock on wood. right after this video, where it may plummet. Who knows? I don't know. But so far, I've been watching this, and it's kind of stabilized where it's at. So again, these are not ridiculously high farms as far as the APY, but I mean, still good. 1% a day, 1.38% a day. You look at some of their single token pools. This one here, Yield Watch, 537% a day. That's 1.46%. This is a new pool, guys. This was at like 90,000% like an hour ago. um, This one here, 592%. So again, these single token pools, as you farm Blizzard, you can throw them into these pools. Getting 1,000% here, that's almost 3%. So again, I'm going to jump back in here. We'll see. But here's what's cool, guys. They have these Blizzard pool tokens where you can actually farm and earn. You can stake your Blizzard tokens and earn not only BNB, but this is coming up soon, BTC and Ethereum. So you can actually stake your Blizzard and get Ethereum. This one here just launched, like just under 2,000%. Um, yeah, they're doing some pretty cool things. I like when I see farms that are doing innovative stuff. Like I don't think there's too many farms out there. There might be one other one. I'm not sure. There's so many, but where you can actually stake their house token and earn BTC, Ethereum, BNB. I mean, that's pretty awesome stuff here. So yeah, it might be time to jump back in here. Anyway, I'll probably do an update later on today. Let's talk a little bit about Cafe Swap. Cafe Swap still doing their thing. I'm still farming here, never left. They have some new pools if you want to check that out. But yeah, they are going on an exchange. BitThumb is going to be listed, I think tomorrow. Rue is going to be listed on BitThumb. So we'll see what happens with the token price. But that's what's going on. Goose DeFi, as you can see here, I'm still farming away. Price of goose, or price of egg rather. Somewhat disappointing, I'm not going to lie to you. But we'll see what happens. If it can come back up around that 40, 50, $60 mark, that'll be nice. I don't think it's ever going to get back to the all-time high, but we'll see what happens here. They've said on their Telegram that 90% of their roadmap hasn't even been fulfilled yet, so it's still quite early. And to be fair, Cake, had dropped significantly before it started to come back up. So it's kind of on the same track. Now, again, that being said, we'll see what happens. They launched their layered farming. There was a lot of people that were disappointed with how that's gone. A couple of people got wrecked. So that might be an effect. Some people might have exited the platform or exited the farms. I don't know. Now, again, we'll see. We'll see. I like to keep track of the TVL and see what's going on there. It's definitely down. Um, but yeah, we'll keep track of this. In any case, I'm still farming away, and we're going to see what happens here. Blue is still looking really, really good. So we're still in here. 4 million TVL. Slime, slime is at $5.85. So they're looking pretty good. This one here also, you can take slime, stake it, and earn different coins as well. So, yeah. Bolt dollar taking a huge, huge hit, as you can see here, $154. This was at $250 and change. Way, way down. TVL is way down. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully they can recover. If not, it is the way, it is. It's how these farms work. They're hot, then people move on and they start to plummet. Some of them can survive, but we'll see. Um, that's why I put the bulk of my funds into farms that have been around, like Auto Farm, Pancake Swap. Those things really aren't going anywhere. Of course, nothing guaranteed. But again, Beefy, none of those farms are really going anywhere. So bulk of what I'm using to farm are on those farms. This one here is still around 4,369%. So we're still in this one. Um, yeah, we'll continue to farm here until it's no longer profitable. Let's talk about some of these passive platforms, guys. Beehive or Tron Hives, rather, because they do have different coins. But this one here, still running, still running. Every day that goes by, this thing gets more and more risky, guys, because again, you come in late to these things, it's just not good, right? You want to come in early. When we first talked about it, it was like less than half an hour old. Now it's been a couple of days already. So, again, do your own research, proceed with caution. If you have funds that you can flush down the toilet and you're okay with it going into the crypto verse, if this thing disappears, then yeah, you can jump in. If not, you know, timing might not be on your side. So we'll see what happens here. But again, we're getting 11% a day. You can see here, we've maxed out a couple of these different bee farms, 300%, 320%. We're already at the 330% farm here, which is 11% a day. And we're continuing to earn from this. Bankroll flow still doing their thing. This one here, I believe it's 120% now. When you make a deposit, you'll earn passively until you hit passively 1% a day until you hit 120%. You need to make a new deposit. I believe that's how it works. It's constantly changing, guys, so I'm not even keeping up with it. If you know, post it down below. I'd like to hear from you. But I think it's 120% if I'm not mistaken. Then you need to make a new deposit. So Flow is still running, doing their thing. This one here, the platform that shall not be named, 12, 12 cents, 12 and a half cents. So we'll see if this will hit 13 cents pretty soon. It started at 10 cents. When we first started talking about it, it was at 11 cents and change. Now it's closing in on 13 cents. If this thing can allow us to cash out and sell our ECC at some point, this might be an easy 10x. Now, total speculation. At this point, we can't even sell our ECC. We can withdraw it out in Ethereum, but as far as like make you know what I mean, right? Until that happens, it's basically a centralized staking platform that's paying out 10 to 17% a month. So we'll see what happens here, but it is working. Just made another withdrawal yesterday. If you want to check this out, you have money to burn, you want to just take a quick risk on this, I'll leave a link down below. So that being said, guys, we'll continue to track this. This is kind of what people have been messaging me about. Hey, have you seen the contract balance? What's your thoughts, et cetera, et cetera. Again, I'm not really emotionally tied to it. I am vested because I do have quite a bit in here, but we have pulled out our seed capital. It's pure profit at this point. Does that mean I want this thing to end? Heck no. Like I want this thing to run for, I want it to continue to run. So we'll keep track of this thing. And yeah, plug into my Telegram. I'll probably post an update later as I watch this, give you my thoughts over there. I'll leave a link for that down below. That being said, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Risk capital only if you jump into any of these things. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.